Most skinny guys think they're bulking, but in reality, they're just spinning their wheels in the same cycle over and over again, gaining and losing the same few kgs on a repeat. I've personally tried every bulking strategy out there: high protein, mass gainers, dirty bulk. None of them worked until I realized there's only one strategy that actually makes you grow consistently. If you're stuck at the same weight after months of eating more, you don't need a new workout, you need a new strategy. And buddy, you're not a hard gainer, you're just stuck in the same skinny guy yo-yo cycle. And here's how to finally break it for good. Super quick, my name is Matteo. I specialize in helping skinny guys transform and build a body they're truly proud of and confident in. I've been coaching skinny guys worldwide for the last 1.5 years, and this is the same cycle I see over and over again. Now, I had this young chap that sent me a message, and this really illustrates the problem that hard gainers and skinny guys have on the daily. I'm 17, biggest challenge is just staying consistent with calories. I'll tell myself I'll eat later, then it will be midnight with 1,000 calories left. And I say, typical. I get this answer every single day. And let me show you the solution to this. If you can't stay consistent with your calorie intake, you're always going to take one step forward, one step back. Meaning if, let's say you need 2,600 calories to grow, let's say over 3 days you hit 3,000, so that creates a 1,200 calorie surplus. And then over the next 4 days you hit a deficit, you're basically going to offset the surplus. On the left side, we've got the skinny yo-yo cycle guy. He skips breakfast or has a small cereal bar on the go before he goes to work. When he gets to work for lunch, he has a small salad or just grabs a sandwich at the cafeteria. He gets lost in work, in tasks, he skips a couple meals, he forgets to eat. Maybe he has a couple bites from his colleagues or just a couple snacks he has on hand. But comes 5 p.m. and realistically, he's only consumed 800 calories. Now, for him to be able to grow, he needs at least 2,600 calories. So realistically, he has 1,800 calories left to hit that calorie surplus, and it's already 5 p.m. His window of hitting that surplus is a lot shorter, and he has so many calories to hit. Now, on the other hand, the jack guy that effortlessly grows, he does things a bit different. He has a fixed high calorie breakfast that takes him 5 minutes to make. It's what we call a fixed meal. Maybe he has a couple alternatives to these fixed meals. Let's say maybe it's a quick shake on the go. He knows exactly which quantities. He makes the shake, he puts it in a stainless steel bottle, and as he's going to work, he's getting the calories and the protein in. This is purely organization and preparation. For lunch, he has an intentionally designed meal. So maybe this is ground beef with some rice, avocado, olive oil that he either prepared the night before or he batch cooked all of his meals for the week. Very simple. The rice, you can maybe cook it twice per week, and the ground beef, you take 5 minutes to cook it at night. Put everything in a glass Tupperware, cut half an avocado, add a drizzle of olive oil. This can be a fantastic meal, which is ready in 10 minutes. Just with 15 minutes of organization and preparation, the jacked guy is already at 1,700 calories. Just with this. Obviously, he's a professional, so he's prepared, and he has dark chocolate and a banana on him as a snack. The difference here is that at 5 p.m., he's already consumed 2,000 calories, and he only has 600 calories left to consume to hit his calorie surplus. See how this is a completely different reality. On one, we've got a guy that might blame his fast metabolism, that says, I just can't gain weight no matter how much I eat, is because that guy's just trying to cram all of his calories in one serving. Well, the jack guy, he's organized, he's prepared, he comes at work with intention, disciplined with his meals already prepared, he has a snack, and he's actually doing what's necessary to grow consistently over time. Just to materialize the issue at hand, this is the skinny guy yo-yo cycle. At 5 p.m., he has 1,800 calories left to be in a surplus. So his chances of actually growing are very minimal. I know very few people, especially guys with a low appetite, that can get 1,800 calories in one sitting. How do we counteract that? We act like the jacked guy, which is we front load most of our calories in meal 1, meal 2, because that's going to allow us to maximize our chances of hitting that consistent calorie surplus. Instead of skipping meals arriving at 6 p.m. with a huge amount to grow, we are organized and prepared. We front load most of our calories in meal 1, meal 2. We create systems to make those meals easy to make and effortless to take to work. And that way we get to a point where after work, we only have a small amount of calories to hit in order to hit the small surplus. Again, the goal is not to balloon up and gain 5 kgs in 1 month, but this system alone is what allows you to hit a small calorie surplus and what's going to help you gain that 200, 300 grams per week on the scale, which is 1 to 1.5 kgs per month. Now, when you act like the jack guy, your chances of being in a surplus go through the roof. It's 6 p.m., you only have 600 calories left. I mean, you're gonna hit the 600 calories. It's not your fast metabolism, it's your lack of organization and preparation and discipline to implement this protocol. Now, on one hand, we've got the skinny yo-yo cycle guy, which has no plan, no structure. He's basically winging it and hoping for the best. And then he wonders why the scale won't move. And that's when you'll start blaming his metabolism, his genetics, every single external factor, instead of looking at his daily habits. While the Jack guy, he uses simple tracking. He takes 5 minutes to track his meals. He's prepared, organized, and disciplined. He takes the 15-20 minutes per day to organize and structure his meals because he cares about his results. And he's not blaming circumstances and his genetics for why he's small. He takes charge of his results and does what's necessary to grow. Obviously, he eats the right foods, high calorie dense foods, and he uses this repeatable system to gain 200 to 300 grams on the scale every single week. Guys I talk to want to gain 5 kgs, so 10 pounds, but in order to do that, we have to master the art of gaining 0.5, so that's roughly 250 grams per week consistently. If you can do that, we rinse and repeat the process, and then you can reach the 5 kgs, the 10 kgs that you want to gain over time. So finally, buddy, it's not your metabolism, it's not your parents, it's your daily habits. And the good news is that habits can change, and you can actually take charge of this and see results within the next 3 to 4 months if you implement this protocol. With that being said, if you want to see exactly how I can help you gain 1 kg of muscle per month in a predictable way and also build a body you're truly proud of and confident in, there's a free training down below which shows you the exact systems my clients and I use to consistently transform. And with that said, buddy, I'm wishing you a great day. Take care of yourself.